Well, hey there, and welcome back to Online Financial Foundations. In lesson number 8, we are talking about money meetings, and money meetings are one of my favorite things, so I'm very excited to share this with you. In this lesson, you're going to learn what money meetings are, why they matter, how to schedule them, and what to do in your money meetings. So, what the heck are money meetings anyway? Well, money meetings are regular reviews of your business's financial health. And we have a few objectives in our money meetings. First, we want to correct any issues or errors that come up. For example, if a transaction got duplicated in our accounting system, or it didn't make it in the accounting system at all, or maybe got categorized incorrectly. We also want to identify opportunities to save money and make money. So we can save money through perhaps reducing expenses, or maybe just changing up when something gets billed. We can also make money by focusing on the revenue streams that are more profitable for us and maybe not focusing so much on the ones that aren't, or making adjustments to make them more profitable. And then lastly, we can get informed about the financial data in our business so that we can make better decisions. By understanding what's working and what's not, we can go out there and decide where to spend our money and where to focus our time. Now, the general structure for money meetings should be 30 to 60-minute blocks of time. I like to do these monthly or semi-monthly. In fact, in my own business, I do these twice a month. I do them once right after the middle of the month and then once right after the end. But it's up to you how often you want to do these. I also know folks, especially when they're just starting out with money meetings, who do them every single week. You also may want to consider including other key people in these meetings. So do you have team members who should be involved in these conversations about the financial aspects? Or do you have advisors? For example, I do money meetings with my CFO clients to help them learn this process. So why do these money meetings matter so much? Do I really have to put time on my calendar for this when I have to do all the other things and I have no time? Here's a truth bomb for you, friends. Knowing your numbers is one of the most effective ways to make more money in your business. Yep, I said it. Money meetings can help make sure that you have sufficient cash to pay upcoming expenses. We're not going to be stressing that bank account is negative anymore. Money meetings also help you understand your revenues so that you can focus on those profitable revenue streams and make changes to the less profitable ones. Money meetings help you minimize expenses that aren't necessary. Money meetings help you determine how much to pay yourself and others. Super important, right? And money meetings also help to ensure the long-term financial success of your business. So let's talk about scheduling your money meetings because I want to make sure that you actually do these. Here's my recommendation to you. I would start with 60 minutes twice a month. If you really want, you can do every week, but twice a month I think is sufficient. I would put it on your calendar and honor this time. Tell everyone, your team, your family, your dog, do not bother me during this time. Once you sit down for that money meeting, turn off all distractions. No Facebook, no Instagram, no email, nothing. This is your time. Put your head into the numbers and let's do the work. I also want you to choose a time that is not your most productive time because that's when you should be working on your business, but also a time when you're still alert. So if you kind of start to check out on Fridays, maybe don't do this on Fridays. In fact, I know a lot of clients who actually like to do this on Monday mornings. It's one of the first things they do because they're geared up, they're ready to go, and they find that diving into the numbers really energizes them for the week ahead. But ultimately, it's up to you. And lastly, I recommend pulling all the reports you'll need in advance. This could be your profit and loss statement. It could be your balance sheet. It could be your bank account statements, cash flow records, if you've got a budget that you want to check. I also would recommend if you've got a VA or especially if you've got a bookkeeper, have them pull these reports. That way they can go in there the night before, pull out what you need, send it to you, and you're ready to go for that meeting. Now, I want to give you just a little quick tip here. Schedule some fun or maybe some self-care time after your money meeting so that you have something to look forward to. I tend to like to schedule in a little coffee trip for myself or maybe a run to the bookstore to grab a new book. It gives me something to look forward to after I do this. And yes, even for me, someone who does this all the time, I don't always love sitting down to look at my own numbers. So I get where you're coming from if that's how you're feeling, and I do this for myself too. So now let's talk about what you actually do in your money meetings. Like, great, I put these on my calendar because this lady told me to. What the heck do I do now? Well, step number 1, I want you to review your transactions to make sure everything has been entered correctly and categorized appropriately. This is where we're going to check to make sure that, the Kajabi fees got put to, computer hosting software, whatever, and we're going to make sure the income items got put into the correct, courses versus membership accounts and whatnot. We're checking to make sure everything's right. Nothing got duplicated. Nothing got missed. It all looks good. The next step is we're actually going to reconcile our accounting system with our bank and credit card statements. Depending on your accounting system, it should have a pretty nifty tool to do this where you basically put in the ending balance of your bank statement and it'll tell you, woohoo, you're reconciled, or nope, there's an issue, we need to correct it. But you want to make sure that you do that on a regular basis. This is how you catch stuff that might otherwise get missed. You also want to review your profit and loss statement. So what's changed since last month? Has it gone up? Has it gone down? Have your revenues gone up? Have your expenses gone up? Why? Was this a one-time thing? Is this something you need to kind of figure out what's going on here and maybe make some changes? What about since last year? Compare this year to last year. Compare this month, this year to the same month last year. Where are the differences there? Also look at, are you on track to hit your goals? Have you set a budget and what does it look like? Are you going to make those goals? What do you need to do differently in order to hit those? And then step number 4, review your balance sheet and your cash flow. Do you have sufficient funds to cover your upcoming expenses? Do you have a lot of outstanding invoices you're waiting on from clients and can you follow up on those? Do you have debt that you need to pay off and do you have a plan in place to pay off that debt? And then step number 5, and this is really important, do not skip this step. Make a short list, 1 to 3 items that you're going to either adjust or focus on or dig into to improve your financial health before your next money meeting. I always give myself action items because otherwise I've just sat there and looked at my numbers for an hour, but I'm not going to do anything with it. So make sure you pick some action items coming out of every single money meeting. I actually like to track mine in a spreadsheet so that I can see from meeting to meeting to meeting what I said I was going to do, and I can follow up to make sure I've done those. All right, friends, your action item for this lesson is to schedule those recurring money meetings. I want you to get those in place starting now. Go ahead and do it. In this lesson, you learned what money meetings are, why money meetings matter, how to schedule those money meetings, and what to do in the money meetings. In the next lesson, you're going to learn the best ways to pay yourself. Always a good thing. I will see you over there.